Good morning, community. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, Canning Recipes, a little bit of everything. The heat is on. So June is hit. We had a very wet week. We had a couple of storms roll through, but nothing severe for us. We did get a load of rain. And today we have the market going. And you can see our tomatoes are going fast. We've been open since 9 this morning and we've sold quite a few. Just about sold out of my green beans. They're a big hit this morning. My squash is struggling, guys, but you can see I got some patty pans on here. I pruned them back heavily, but yeah, they are taking a beating. It's about time for me to replant, but these have quite a few buds on them, so I didn't want, now this one's doing fantastic, but I'm not hardly getting any fruit off of it, but yeah. And then of course the herbs are all looking good, and I got some good looking eggplants in here. My rosemary's doing good. Tomato plants. So I'm finding that the Romas are not as disease resistant as my other varieties. So struggling with those. I'm gonna pick them and probably pull those plants out. Peppers are going. Herbs, of course, are looking fantastic. And we did have to go ahead and pull the green beans last week because that storm came through and beat them up. So look, I already got some coming up. Sweet potatoes are looking great, and the green beans in here are still producing, so I'm going to leave them alone and let them keep going. And the green beans in here are still producing. My sweet potatoes are looking great. And check out my marshmallow. Guys, I'm going to be freeze drying this, and I'll be offering it on the site whenever it's ready to go, but waiting on it to flower out. So yeah, going to have some good marshmallow for the flu and cold season this year, but it loves its spot. Tomatoes in the big high tunnel are looking a little worn for the wear, but they're still producing, and you can see we got new growth on them. So this sun is really helping out, and we think that we're going to be able to salvage them a little while longer, and we got loads of tomatoes on them. Thank goodness. Beautiful, beautiful tomatoes. So everything's a little slow to roll. Our squash, our zucchini, our cucumbers. But we're just now at the 1st of June, first week of June. We still got some time to start getting some more stuff in. But the tomatoes have just done fantastic. We planted, in January. Started seeds in January, and boy, we got them planted as quickly as we could. And if we can hang on to mid-July, we're going to consider that a huge blessing. And if we don't hang on to July, it's still a blessing because we've probably sold about 900 pounds of tomatoes, which is pretty darn good. You can see my faithful Pop back here behind me. He sits out here with me in our markets. But today's hot. So all the other mornings, this is our 3rd week that we've been open. All our other mornings have been cloudy, overcast, misting. So today's really our first sunny day, and really our first really hot day. And we're going to be hot this weekend, and then we have a cold front coming through on Sunday that's going to drop us into the 80s. For next week, which we will gladly take. And seeing kind of some different things on the weather. I saw something yesterday from the Farmer's Almanac that said we were going to be wet but hot, but it doesn't look like as hot as we were the last 2 summers. I really hope that that's the truth, and I hope that comes to fruition for us, because we really don't want a really hot summer. But yeah, things are going good, and I've canned lots of salsa, and Greg canned up a bunch of tomato sauce the last 2 days. So we have tomato sauce. I've canned lots of green beans, and we are just stocking that pantry. Are you stocking your pantry? If you're not, you need to be. So this is the driest we've been in the last couple of weeks, or in the last couple of months. But it looks like we're going to get rain midweek maybe, and that's okay. But we do need it to get dry enough to where we can mow and get things knocked down, because it's a swamp here, and mosquitoes are terrible, and those little gnats are terrible. My goodness. But I wanted to give you guys an update, let you know what's going on here at the farm, and tell you that we'll be seeing you in the next couple of days. And for you guys to have a great day, stay cool and stay hydrated. Love you all.